Hi guys, welcome back to my channel today. If this is your first time stopping by on my channel, you are absolutely welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for stopping by and watching my video once again. So my name is Oyinka and I am a Nigerian YouTuber based here in Canada. I basically make videos talking about my life experiences in Canada. And I hope that after this video, you will check my other videos out. So guys, please subscribe to my channel. It is absolutely free. It will not cost you anything. So see it, just look at your phone, look down as I'm talking, see that thing blinking? Yeah, just look below it, you see where they wrote subscribe. So just press that button, subscribe, and welcome to the family. And also when you subscribe, click on the button that looks like bell. It's shaped like a bell, so just subscribe to my channel. Big now. So in today's video, I'm going to be answering some of the most asked questions on Google about Canada. Well, so I tailor the questions specifically to questions that a typical Nigerian inquiring to come to Canada would ask, but they were all from Google. So guys, today's video is it's in collaboration with another Canadian-based YouTuber. Her name is Mirabel Ehirim. I'm going to link her channel up here. We will both be answering these questions. So from my perspective, I came to Canada as a graduate student about a year and a half ago. So I'm going to be answering the questions from my lens. While she has been in Canada much more longer than me. So she's been here for about 6 years, I think. And I could be wrong, but she has been here much more longer than me. So she's going to answer the questions from her perspective. She just graduated from her undergrad in engineering, so you might also want to check her video out. I'm also going to link her channel up here for you guys to watch. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Guys, there were so many questions, but I narrowed them down to about 12 questions. So the first question is, how long does it take to apply to a Canadian university? I would say it's a long process, but typically for a Canadian university, not college, so I'm going to be referring to a university application. Typically, most schools open up their application portals in September, and they usually close somewhere between February and March. So you have a window of September to like March to apply, but the application time also varies depending on the program you want to pursue. It takes a couple of months, but I would definitely advise you to start early so you will run into troubles at the end of the day. So in essence, it typically takes somewhere between 1 to 3 months, because you have to send transcript and do this and do that. So somewhere between 1 to 3 months. Next question. How much does a Canadian university cost? Well, somewhere between $10,000 to about $60,000. Yes, it's a very wide range. So you need to be very careful when you're selecting a program and make sure you check how much it costs before you apply to a program. So the next question, what grades do Canadian universities look at? Well, it depends. If you're applying for a graduate program, which is what I did, so I'm going to be speaking from that perspective, typically they want you to have like a second class upper, which is a 2-1. Yeah, so they look at people with 2-1 and above. Yeah, but for me, I went to pharmacy school in Nigeria, and the way my program was formulated was that C was the pass mark. There's nothing like D, so automatically your grades tend to be really high at the end, which is like 2-1. What do you require to get into a Canadian university? Guys, I'm gonna try and leave like a list of things you would require to get admitted into the Canadian university, but it's somewhere between first of all, your transcripts, your application fee, your referees, like academic and professional referees. I'm just going to leave the list on the screen. When do you apply to a Canadian university? Yeah, I kind of like touched upon this earlier in the video. Like I said, most universities open up their portal from fall season, which is September, to like winter, which is like March. So you can apply from September to March, but you have to check when the application closes for the specific program that you want to apply for, because they vary from program to program. Are there affordable schools in Canada? Depends on what do you mean by affordable. Depends. Like I mentioned earlier, a university can range typically between $10,000 to about 60,000 or more Canadian dollars. But colleges tend to be cheaper because you get like a postgraduate diploma at the end. If you're looking for something cheaper, and if you do not have the academic requirements, like in terms of your grades, you could consider applying to colleges instead of a university. Colleges are much cheaper than universities, and people tend to get admissions faster in colleges, from my little research, than universities. It's a lot harder to get admitted to universities than colleges. And please, if you're applying, please don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't apply to just one university. I mean, you could get away with applying to just one school and get admitted straight up, but I wasn't so lucky. I applied to a whole four universities, and I only got one. I was like, what is wrong with me? Next question. This one, I get this question a lot. Can I work and school at the same time? Yes, you can work and school at the same time. Automatically, when you get your study permit, you're allowed to work 20 hours per week outside of campus. Only 20 hours a week, guys. Don't exceed that so you don't get into trouble. 20 hours per week. I also get this question a lot. Can my job as a student help pay for my tuition? Guys, it depends. Like, let me just explain it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like I mentioned earlier, you only get to work 20 hours per week, which is like 4 hours in a day for 5 days. And then most times, student jobs are usually minimum wage jobs, but some could be a bit higher, but minimum wage is somewhere between like $12 to $14 per hour, or even lower. And before tax, they've never collected tax from it too. Let's say you earn $12 and then you work 20 hours a week. So 12 times 20 is $240. So that's about $240 a week. Let's multiply that by 4, which is I think it's 920. Yeah, I think it's 920. Let's say it's 920, even if I'm wrong. Don't laugh at me. So you get like $920 a month, and then when they deduct tax, you're gonna get like $800 as take home. And let's say your tuition is about $5,000 a term, which is about 4 months. So you multiply 800 times 4, which is about $2,400. See, doesn't match. So basically, the money you earn as a student is just enough for your upkeep, for your rent, if you're sharing your house, and for your groceries. It doesn't, in my opinion, can cover the entire tuition. I mean, it can support you, but not cover the entire thing. Moving on, next question. Are there scholarships available for me to study in Canada? Yeah, I get this one a whole lot as well. Yes, there are scholarships, but I'm not so knowledgeable about scholarships in Canada because I didn't use one. So I just wasn't doing research about it. But I would say yes, there are some scholarships available for you. You just have to search. Google is your friend. Just do some searching and you might find some things. Yeah, so just do the research. I don't know, guys. Can I stop schooling when I get to Canada and work to make money to pay for my tuition? Guys, yeah, I've had a few people ask me this question. The truth is, the minute you stop schooling, your school is going to call the immigration that you have stopped schooling. In fact, because you've now defeated the whole purpose of you being in a country. Your deal with the country was, I'm coming here to school, and when I finish, I'm going. And then you stop schooling. Definitely the school is going to rat your ass out. So you cannot stop schooling and work to make money. And the way the country works is that you need to have like a binding document. It could be your study permit or your work permit or your PR, in order to do anything. Like, your visa cannot stand alone, or except a tourist visa. Like, if you have a student visa, it can't stand alone. You need to have that binding document. So if you're a student, you need to have your student visa and your study permit. And if you're working, you need to have like your work permit, and you need to apply for a visa. So all of these things expire at the same time when one expires. And you can't leave the country without those documents, like just with your passport. Like, if you're leaving the country, you have to take those binding documents along with you. Although the document does not permit re-entry, so they go hand in hand. Study permit goes with your visa, work permit goes with the visa as well. And then even before you apply for a job, they're going to ask you for your social insurance number, and that expires the minute one of your documents expires. So you can't secure a job without a social insurance number. Last question. Can I find a good job after graduating? Guys, this question is very, very subjective. And I'll say subjective because depending on your field, I can't say if you will or will not get a good job. I mean, that's entirely up to you and the economy at that time. So I feel like you need to have some sort of experience, especially if you're coming here for a postgrad degree. You need to have some sort of like work experience prior to getting into the job market, either through like practicums or internships or volunteer work. So it's always good to have all of these lined up on your resume before you jump into the job market, because most employers are going to tell you that you do not have the Canadian experience, so they cannot give you the job. So these are little ways you can get the Canadian experience in order to secure a job. Just pray you find a good job when you graduate, because it's not easy out there, guys. Like, it's a whole lot of competition. People are coming, like, if I had now postgraduate degrees, like, it's like it's a crazy world out there. Yeah, that question is totally subjective. Anyways, guys, I've gone to the end of my video. Thank you guys for watching my video. Be sure to check Mirabelle Evirim's channel out and watch it from her perspective, and I'll leave a comment there and tell her you're from my channel. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. And yeah, my email is also in the description box. If you have questions, feel free to send me an email. Again, guys, my name is not Amaka. Don't call me Amaka. It's Amaka, your sister. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.